Sir, I stand here to speak on the Chartered Accountants, Cost Works and Accountants and Company Secretaries Amendment Bill 2000. Sir, as I was growing up in college, these were professions we always looked up to. Somebody said, my son is a chartered accountant. The first thing is we are complimentary. God, what a competitive child, must be very bright. And like my friend, glorious profession. Like my friend Sumati just said while hearing the debate, she said this is a meritorious batch. Because IIT, IIM's friend Jayant Sinha, who also happens to be, who had got admission, IIT, IIM both, and being a chartered accountant are very good professions. So I appreciate the government's effort to bring and discuss this and bring in transparency. I think in this new world, technology, professional, I think globally, this is something we need to do, which is a good thing. But I really don't understand, like my colleague Bhagwata Babu also talked about it, Mehtab ji, Raja ji, everybody talked about it. It's just what is really the need? There are these three verticals already doing good work. If there is their own way of handling their issues, what is the need of bringing this, all of them under one umbrella? Is there a specific reason or an intention? Which methodology is going to make sure there are no mistakes? It's a welcome step. But what is the solution to this? Because in your statement and objects, this is what they have said, that this is to provide for autonomy of the council of the respective institute. Now, I'm quite amused. Either the Treasury benches are confused. I can't understand. But I will come to that because Vedia ji made a very nice speech. I compliment him, but it's slightly different from what the government is trying to communicate and what he said. He said that this will help simplify and reduce governments interfering and bring in more autonomy. How does this bring in more autonomy? It's actually the other way around. I mean, like Rajaji rightly said, that what is really the agenda? There is a hidden agenda, and I think I'd like to second what he said, that why are you taking the autonomy away of this institute by bringing in government? And one very good point he made, he was very happy to share with us that there is no money is given by to run any of these institutes by the government. So if government, so that means these are privately run professional institutes for the last 70 years in this country. So what is the need to say that we need to audit, our people need to go in? This defeats logic. For something which is independent, which does not take a penny. I am not saying this. The chartered accountant himself, who is speaking on behalf of the treasury benches, is saying, कि सरकार से पैसा नहीं लेते. So why are you auditing then? Why are you interfering in institutes and playing in an area which doesn't belong to you? I mean, this is then no more a democracy, right? I don't want to use harsher words, but this is where exactly we are heading. So this is a very serious concern for me. Then he raised something about investors' protection. I second that. Every investor should be protected, sir. I'd like to bring to notice what Bhagwata Babu said. He talked about Satyam. I still remember growing up, sir, the American crisis, the Goldman Sachs dream. Every child all over the world wanted a job in Goldman Sachs. What happened? You know what happened? Then there was AA triple, then DHL, ILFS, like Dr. Satyavati said. Everybody said, which is very interesting. And it's exactly what Modi ji, the Honorable Prime Minister, said. That he said there are the 4 big boys who are the auditing teams. Now, what is interesting about the 4 big boys, which I've spoken earlier in one of my speeches, is they will only audit. They will give you a AAA rating. They will only tell the bank that, yes, this is a good company. And when it goes down, they will only say it's a bad debt. So how does this work? तो अच्छा है बोलने वाला भी वही है, गलती निकालने वाला भी वही है. And then the bank, when it comes out, then I mean, who takes accountability of this? And Honorable Modi ji said the same thing. He said there were 4 big boys playing here in this game. There in India needs, by 2002, at least 2022, big 8. Now, have the big 8 come or not? I really don't know. Because a lot of jingoism happens in this government, so I don't know. But really, where are we headed in this whole thing? And already there are multiple bodies and regulators. Do we really need another regulator, or are these not strong enough? What existing regulation is there is my question to ask to this honorable government. Second thing, they've talked about balance sheets and issues, lot of things about 3-year audit, 5-year audit, 2-year audit. My question to you, sir, is if you are an auditor for 3 years of a company, Somebody comes in according to this new rule and he's a whistleblower. What protection will you give the whistleblower? There is still a grey area in it. So will whistleblowers be protected? Now, this is something I don't have proof to, but this is what I've heard and I'd like to put it on, and I'm happy to take it back if it is wrong. Let me put that on the table. That I was informed, and it has come in some media papers also, but I don't have confirmed because normally I like to table what I say. I like to authenticate what I say. When demonetization happened, there was a chartered accountant firm which the RBI had chosen to make sure to find out how much money was collected, how many notes were collected, and the government's report was 99.5 or something like that, 99.9%. But there was a grey area where there was some transaction that we've done with our currency with neighboring countries like Nepal. Now that money was, so it was actually above 100%. Now that auditing firm, which was trying to be honest, trying to be very transparent, the following year was asked to leave, and the RBI is not using that firm. So does that mean that when I'm a whistleblower, I'm being honest, when it doesn't suit the government, you will remove them? Then conveniently you will use the statutory body for what? Then if you're really cleaning up the system, then why did you remove that agency? Can this government tell me that? So when you talk about transparency, you have to walk the talk, not just make legislation and do all this jingoism. They were talking yesterday, I was actually deeply pained because I'm very proud of our finance minister. I'm proud she's a woman, she leads. For the last 2.5 weeks that we've been in session, mostly finance has been the department we've discussed. So I'm very proud of her, but I do see sometimes that she's getting a little unhappy nowadays, especially with all of us. And yesterday, sir, during the question hour, there was a question about non-performing assets. This is all connected to it, that's why I brought it up. That auditors are questioned that, oh, because of you, आपने गलती करी, फिर ये non-performing asset हो गया, फिर पता नहीं क्या हो गया, बैंक ने हो रहा, ये सब यूपीए की है. Okay, I'll bear the brunt. हमसे गलती होगी, हम मानते हैं, sir, we were together in UPA. Okay, we may have done something wrong and people sent us home for that. They did not put us back in. So I accept that. But if you are saying that all the NPA is our fault, I just want to ask two questions to this government, and I have many examples which I can do. You have said that you got in a law of IBC. Now in IBC, what are the kind of haircuts you're going? NPA is a bad thing, but haircut is a good thing. What is this logic, sir? I'll give you two examples, sir. And there are many like this. I'm just putting two quickly in forward issue. There's a company called Coastal Project. Now this is very interesting, sir. This company was 8,000 crores. NCLT, it came to 1,500, from 8,000 to 1,500, NCLT. Now, what is the rule of NCLT? That if 66% people are willing, you can go for that price. If even one banker says no, it is rejected. Now, after this, it went into liquidation, which is the next step. This company, which was at NCLT going for 1,500 crores, went for 400 crores. इसका नुकसान हुआ 900 करोड़ का भारत सरकार का, इस गरीब आदमी का. IVRCL, sir, another one, bigger company, 12,000 crores. What is the NCLT? 2,500 is the cost. You could have sold it for NCLT. Government said no. No NCLT. How much did they sell it for? 800 crores. 2,500. Just in these two companies, more than 2,000 crores government of India has lost, which is... Sir, this is not only two companies. Saugata Babu, Jet Airways, the total, if you did, then this is all in the newspaper. I am not some rocket science. I am not an expert on finance. I am just going by what I am reading in newspapers, sir. 2 lakh crores is what they claim is lost. शून्य किती असतात माहितीये का तुम्हाला अरविंदजी? आपल्याला काय माहिती मराठी माणसाला? 2 lakh crores is what this government has lost because they are confused कि NCLT करेंगे तो आरोप हो जाएगा तो liquidation में जाने दो. How? So are you purposely doing it for some cronies? I have no idea. But where is purposely? I don't know who's doing it. But can they answer this question when they attack us on NPA? With full humility, we are doing this. But can you tell me, and all these rules that they are talking about, 2013, we had made a lot of bills. You were a part of that cabinet. You know, but they didn't make the rules. So things were delayed, and then it's very easy to blame us that, oh, these people have done all these bad work and they are the ones responsible for it. It doesn't work like that, sir. And talking about autonomy, what worries me about them is every professional institute, this government wants to throttle the voice. How is it going to work? Look at this. This is very interesting. In this objects and reasons, they've written, What are the objects of this? Enhance accountability and transparency by providing an audit of accounts of institute firm by chartered accountants appointed annually by a council of panels of auditors by the CAG of India and provide autonomy. What sense does this make? I mean, it almost feels like a joke because this is legislative mockery, sir. I mean, it's absolutely legislative mockery. Because all these confusion signals that they're giving us, there is one committee, another committee, somebody from the government coming, corporate affairs. What are you doing? And then my friend Shiv Kumar Udasi was talking yesterday of ease of doing business. Shiv Kumar Udasi, all this is not going to help doing ease of business, sir. This is only going to make a problem.
Mohammed Bashir.
Sir, ease of doing business, what was the ranking when VP was there? For 10 years, क्या ranking था? अभी क्या ranking है? उसके बारे में बोलना सकते?
Just want to bring to his notice, World Bank has stopped. The World Bank has stopped.
Nothing will go on record except Supriya Sule, please.
The World Bank on his official note has said that ease of doing business is something that they have stopped looking at. So I urge the treasury benches that do not repeat to that. So,
you carry on.
Ease of doing business. So my request, even Bedia ji said Investors Protection Act. They want to invest. I did not want to talk about this topic on this. You want to? I'm happy to yield. You want to say something?
No.
1 minute. He wants to say something.
Sir, ease of doing business. The World Bank has given a report, and she was talking about some World Bank report, which was a deep fake news. So she can go and talk about it, which is a fake news को इधर कोट करना है. आप सबको पता है सोशल मीडिया में क्या क्या हो रहा है. हाँ, सौगत बाबू fake news को
sir, your party people is going to repel it.
Fake news को कोट करना. Fake news quote karna, it is your...
Honorable member, if you are able to prove it is a fake news, your time will come, your members are going to speak. That time it can be repelled.
No. Sir, Speaker,
please carry on. Please carry on. Please conclude.
Sir, I only want to say...
Nothing will go on record. Supriya, please carry on.
Sir, I'm so worried about this. I'm so worried about the news item.
Don't invite
Yesterday,
troubles.
there was an item which was tweeted by somebody, which was All India Radio, which says that over 1.5 lakh investment has left India is what was all. Now, I'm not saying this. This was yesterday in the media. It was an All India tweet, which was 2 hours later deleted. Now, I don't know. Now, then they are saying fake news. So what do we believe now? Is All India Radio? Then what is that department doing? Then should there not be a complaint?
Come to the point, please.
So my only request to this government is that I appreciate this is legislative mockery being done here. And when they're talking that they want investors protection, how are they protecting their investors? I don't want to go into that topic of crypto, but just today in my state, in Pune district, sir, in Pune today, there was a case cost. So when this government says they want to protect the middle income things, Investors Protection Act, what are they doing for that? Nothing. They only want to make sure, and how have they protected? I've given you examples. Look, after the NPS in the liquidation, who have they protected? Had they done this NCLT business, these people would have got 2 rupiya to milta. Abhi to kuch nahi milne wala. They are only giving them a lollipop, which they will not even afford that much, sir. So I request this government to make sure not to make a mockery, like all the earlier speakers have said, send it to a select committee. It can be discussed, but today's chartered accountants do not need this kind of interference. No organization needs interference. Tomorrow sports mein karenge. So what will happen then?
Okay.
See, so then how? Then what will happen, sir? If every professional organization in this country which is run efficiently should be left alone, let's have faith in Indians. All Indians are not corrupt and all Indians are not crooks. So let the professionals do their job and let the government do its job. Thank you, sir.
Shri Mohammed Bashir.
Sir, so thank you.